Monica Sementilli, defendants present, all counsel present, jury and also present. Good afternoon. I apologize for the 10-minute late start, 9-minute late start. We had to do a matter outside your presence. I'm sorry. This will never happen again. All right, detective, you're still under oath. You may continue.
I am resuming the audio.
Jury, you want to place us where we are in the transcript?
It's not the time stamp on that they can't see it's 25:42 on the transcript. It's about halfway down on page 20.
Thanks.
I mean, it's just, I've been waiting so long. Down the hallway? Crazy.
Monica,
Yes.
they're going to be here about 35 minutes.
Okay.
Okay? 1972 didn't work.
Sure, give me my thumbprint.
Well, what's the code?
I think it's 1972.
1972. You want to punch it?
Let's do it and I'll check.
Okay, I'll hold it. You punch it. What? How about, you know the code?
Yeah, it's 1972, but if it doesn't work, I can go in and find out what it is. The passcodes required to enter, that's why. Okay, try 1927. Those are usually the numbers I use. Yeah, I don't know. No.
1972, 1927.
1967. Could be, but I don't think so. No. How come it's locked like that? I don't know if I found it when we go.
I think you know people. Yeah, it has to be something like overwhelming, you know, or like just not coincidence. He said he tried to speak up for you, and once he saw that, there was nothing he could say. I don't know what it's like. Maybe it's like I believe. You think? Like,
What?
because of like A plus B equals C. So like because of these two things, it has to be this.
God, my poor kids are probably saying,
Has that guy been acting strange?
no.
Like you
Not
think
at
maybe,
all.
like he did it, so now he's trying to butter up to you or something? Have you spent more time with him though?
Oh, yeah.
Since your husband was killed?
Well, just recently. Because I went back to the gym. I hadn't gone in so many months. I went back and started playing again.
Dinner?
Yeah.
Really?
I never got any blankets. Can I have some? Sure. Give me 1 second. I'm going to finish 30.
Dinner. Wow. Like maybe he's, I don't know.
It's impossible. I even did something to my phone.
I don't know. He said it was like it was overwhelmed. What did he say? Without a doubt.
For him, he said it's without a doubt. Without a doubt, he is, has something to do with this.
Well, he didn't say without a doubt for you.
No.
He said without a doubt for him.
I know. It's...
You think he just didn't tell you? I mean, you're here, so they gotta have, you know, something that's without a doubt for you to be here. take your kids away? Or what, your baby? Why do you think he would have done this?
That's what I'm trying to put in my mind right now. Oh my God. It's not for money, it's not for gain.
This guy has money?
I don't know. Assuming he has his own money, I have no idea.
Why do you say not for money?
Wow, what would he get out of gain out of killing my husband? What would he get to gain? Just, I understand he stole a Porsche, he stole maybe $10,000 out of the house. And
That's a lot of money.
to kill somebody over? Oh my God.
Depends on how poor you are, you know. I mean, ghetto people, they'll kill for $10,000. I saw it on 48 Hours in, what city was that? St. Louis? They had somebody kill somebody for $2,500. And he didn't even get all the money. They gave him like $500 with a promise that after he killed him, they'd give him $2,000. And instead he went to jail. And the person that paid to have him, they went to jail too. It's like, okay, how do you send somebody to jail and they didn't kill him or shoot him or stab him or, you know, beat him or whatever? Did they find your car or your husband's Porsche?
Yeah, they found it. And tested it and everything, and then they gave it back to us, and we sold it because they didn't want it. We got rid of it.
Oh, you did. I was going to say, is that why they said it was stolen? When they,
No, this is my car. It's my car.
you know, maybe if you can figure out why he would want to do that to your husband, it'll make more sense. You know, that's.
I can't figure it out. I've never had any kind of inkling or sense or feeling that he wanted something or didn't like something or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Was your husband like treat you bad? So maybe he was defending your honor or something, you think?
No, my husband was the love of my life. He was such a good person. Such a good person.
Did Robert go to the funeral for your husband?
Yeah, well, they all came to the house to pay the respects right after, the day after.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody did. But the funeral was in Canada. Brought him home.
What gym do you go to? 24 Hour or LA
Was
Fitness?
that our fitness?
I didn't know they had like a ball at LA Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that guy just works at the gym. $10,000 is a lot of money. If you work, I mean, they get paid what, minimum wage or something?
No, I think he has his own businesses and stuff. That's not, he does it for a hobby.
Oh,
He does the league thing for a hobby.
he does what?
The league, the racquetball league.
Oh, okay, I had that. He said he worked there. So yeah, $10,000 too. Because those people at the gym, they don't make a lot of money. I think a lot of them, try to meet people at the gym and then, get personal training stuff outside of the gym. That's probably how they make their real money. But you said he owns other businesses.
I think he does managing or something, I don't know.
I don't know, if you didn't think that he was the last person they would say. It's amazing how you really think you know people, You think maybe he tried to put you involved in it?
Fuck, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. It's just unbelievable. Like, it can't even be real.
I don't know. They probably have a lot more pieces of the puzzle.
That's what I want to find out.
I mean, was it like maybe that your husband caught them breaking in or something, or you think?
They didn't tell me that. They didn't tell. We don't think so.
Why?
I think it was from behind, just the way he was found. We didn't think he even knew. He was still like smoking a cigar. I know my husband. I know him. If he was trying to protect himself or us, he would have fucking killed and fought them tooth and nail. I know.
They stabbed him a lot of times.
I don't know how many. There was quite a few. Someone must really hate me or something to do this. They have something. What do they have? An app, they said? They found something on apps? Text messages?
You think that guy likes you and wants something else with you and you don't know it, maybe?
I don't think so. Never felt that. But even so, that's not why did he do that? Doesn't make sense.
So you never even had any idea that it might have been this guy? I mean, obviously not if you're driving around in a car with him. I mean,
Nobody in our circles. I would have never, no, nobody.
do you only deal with him like in the group with the rest of your friends, or do you guys have like?
And sometimes we have lessons together one-on-one, but usually we're at the gym or with my kids. He knows my kids too.
Mm-hmm. Where are you going today? You had a lesson today?
No, today we were going to, he had, my car had to go be fixed. And the mechanics I went to were charging a lot, so he said, I'll take you to my guy. So we just started driving. Hello?
Oh, not the store. You were just going to
Yeah, I have to go do this.
at the store.
Yes, oh my gosh. Yes, please tell me what's going on.
Okay, I'll tell you what's going on. You remember when we met that day?
Yeah.
At your house? Okay. So, I'll give you briefly what's
Are we
going on
allowed
right
to
now.
talk here?
I'm just gonna tell you a couple things. I'm still waiting for my partner to come down, the other person that you met, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm here. And so I just wanted to give you an idea, because I'm sure you have 1,000 questions.
Yes.
Okay. There was a lot of blood that was at the scene that day.
Yes.
And you know there was a lot of swabs taken.
Yes.
Okay. So, I know that you were concerned about all the swabs, and I understand that. I talked to Detective Parsall quite a bit about it. A lot of that way back
Oh my
then.
gosh.
We've had you under surveillance for
Sure, I
a
would
long
imagine.
time. We've had you under surveillance when you and Rob go to nightclubs.
Yeah.
We've had you under surveillance when you do flyaway trips, drive-away trips.
Yeah.
And we've always had surveillance photographing you and documenting everything.
Okay.
So we understand completely about the relationship that you and Rob have.
Okay, but how did it always all
No,
this
no, no,
nothing?
listen.
That can't even be possible. His fly was there?
I'm telling you what I am telling you right now, okay? So we know all of that. We know that you and Rob have been romantically involved for some time now. And we know that his blood's all over the scene. And we've known that for a long time. We've been watching you for a long time. We've been doing a lot of work and a lot of other things. I'm waiting for my partner to get down. As soon as he comes down, we'll explain more things to you. I just wanted to let you know. I just want to let you know that we're here, okay? Everything we did it directly implicates you and Rob.
It's impossible. It's
Listen,
impossible.
and I just want you to understand one other thing.
How else can his blood
Listen to
be
me,
there?
Monica. You and Rob were arrested today. I want you to understand, listen to me. There's a third person that's involved in this, and that person's not here. That person wasn't arrested, and there's a reason for that.
Why?
Okay? Well, think about that. I'll be
Why?
back in a minute.
Who's this third person? Oh my God, there's all this blood in there. This can't be. Oh my God. This cannot be. Oh.
So I guess he is your boyfriend, huh?
We do things together, but I don't want a boyfriend.
Huh?
I don't want a boyfriend or a husband. We just do things together, also with other people.
Well, yeah. Hey, I'm just talking to you. I mean,
His blood was there. How else could his blood be there? How else could his blood be
he said a third person.
there? Oh my God. Who is that?
Wow. That sounds to me, he said that the third person isn't arrested, just you two, so third person probably talked first and they got the deal.
I'd like to know what this is.
Wow, he said flyaway trips. Like, you
Yeah,
guys,
we've been to Vegas. But we went with 4 other people, not just us 2. They're all from Vegas.
again, I don't know you, and I definitely don't know that other guy, but that's not how he just made it sound.
That's why they're.
He made it sound like you and him are an item,
He
like
did.
that's your side, you know.
They did make it sound that way.
Yeah,
I want to see this evidence. I want to see it all.
that's how it sounded to me. I mean, again, I'm not that smart, but that's how it sounded to me. Even, he said they've been watching you, everything you do.
But I already knew that, and my kids too, and
How'd you
phones
know?
have been tapped. Because you know, when it's a murder investigation, everyone, the spouse is the first one to be followed, so I had no problem, wasn't hiding anything. There's nothing wrong with what I'm doing.
It is if he kills your husband. That makes for movies all the time. You've probably seen a couple of them, huh? Everything is just your friend and it kind of developed after this. He was trying to console you.
Yeah, but how can I tell you that means he did it?
Oh no, it sounds to me like he did it. It sounds, yeah, that part's pretty clear. What do you say without a doubt? Yeah, that doesn't seem to be the question. I think the question is your involvement with how they tying you to it. That's kind of scary though. You're talking about a third person.
Well, there's 2 people in this video.
Hmm?
2 people were on video.
But that guy just said the third person is not arrested. There's a reason for that.
He said he's not arrested?
That's what he said.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I'd be worried about what that third person had to say. Huh?
I want to talk to them and figure this out. What the hell's going on?
I don't know. It's been a long time. It sounds like they may have gotten a lot more puzzle pieces and figured it out. Whatever it is. How many trips you guys been on?
2.
Like you guys had like your own room together?
No, we had just suites with like 4 or 5 people. 6 people sometimes.
Mm-hmm. You're not thinking about what that whoever that third person is, or better yet, what they said, huh? No. Don't you watch those shows?
I used to, and they told me don't watch those shows anymore because they're not real.
Oh. Okay, well, if they told you they're not real, then you don't have to worry about it, I guess. But on that show, those shows, they say the DNA is in, DNA is blood, right?
Anything biological, yeah.
I know on those shows I've seen them where they'll have 2 or 3 people that are just as wrapped up in it, and whoever the first one is that runs to them and says, hey, me, I'll tell you. You know, everybody else gets 30 years or something crazy like that, and that person gets like 2. But if those shows aren't real, that's what I've seen happen. That's a long time. I couldn't do 30 days in this joint. I can't imagine doing 30 years. Wow. And to think all this time you've been wondering who killed your husband, and you've been spending time with the person who's responsible. That's just low down dirty. I don't know how you're just not crying and sobbing about it.
I've been crying for 5 months.
What do you mean you're an idiot?
If it's him, then I'm an idiot.
Well, I don't. You think it's still a question of if it's him?
I just
Maybe you're gullible, but I don't think you should be. At this point, you should be thinking about yourself. I'm sorry, don't. Your kids and yourself, not whoever that guy is. Screw him. I mean, yeah, forget him. He did this. Make him responsible for it. Shoot. That's what they're saying. It's his blood that's there. He did it. That's your husband, 20 years. And your daughter found him? You and your daughter, that's what I'm saying. If he brought all this heartache and stuff to your life, screw him. Because I bet you he's not going to think twice about screwing you over. You're not trying to protect him, are you? You and your kids to think about.
At this point, I want
You want what?
to tear his eyes out. This is true. Can't be real.
It's true. Think it's safe to say it's true. I mean, how else would you explain what they could do, DNA stuff they call it, or the blood, he kept saying. How do you explain that if it's not true? Your husband provided your lifestyle, right? I know mine did. This guy took all that from you, you know? I don't know, you seem to be a nice lady. I'd be pissed as hell at him. I would be pissed as hell. And then you riding around and going places and hanging out with him, and he's the one that took your husband's life? It makes me nauseous. How dare you? Wow. I don't know, you think you know people. Like I said, I'm pretty confident my husband's going to get me out of here. I believe that. I mean, this isn't who we are. But you don't know that guy.
No, that's not.
I don't know. Was it always his idea for you guys to hang out?
No, mine too. Talk to him a lot.
Huh?
Talk to him a lot.
What do you guys talk about?
Everything.
anything if he didn't tell you that he killed your husband. If he didn't tell you that, you're not talking to him about everything. He must be hot. Is he hot? Is he sexy?
Not really your average sexy person, no.
I don't know. We as women, we get gullible for, good-looking guys. Huh?
I thought he was genuine. I thought he really cared.
He kept saying Schwab. Schwab or Schwab. What does that mean?
DNA swabs that they took. So they got it back a long time ago, and you knew that I was hanging out with him during there. Why would they stop me from doing that?
Because obviously they believe that you were part of it. That's probably why you're here. Don't you think?
Well, that's why I want to know. What is it? Who did what to make me be here?
You trust that guy?
I did.
They ever ask you about him before?
They asked us for a list of all their family and friends, so we gave them a list and he was on it.
Mm-hmm.
All of ours were on it.
But they never asked, because he said, like, relationship or something, right? What did he say?
Yes, they did.
Huh?
Something relationship.
Had they asked you, like, were you guys, like, is that your lover or
They
something?
haven't asked me anything yet. No one's talking to me. I've tried.
Well, you said you've been seeing them and talking to them all the time. That's what I'm saying. When they.
Oh no, they never asked me.
Oh, okay. Well, if you guys are lovers, it would probably be best to tell them the truth about that.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with going out or spending time with someone after my husband passed.
Mm-hmm.
But
I agree. No, you're right.
I'm not sure what.
But he's not just someone. He's the one that killed your husband.
Yeah, they just told me that.
Yeah.
While I'm stuck in here.
Yeah. I mean, even you could say that part was.
Process this. I can't.
I don't know. If you were just from the outside looking in, and I guess if they've been following you or whatever they call it, surveillance. How do you say it? So yeah, they've been surveying you. Then they see you spending time with him. What you have planned for the day? There's our club too. What do you have? What kind of clubs you go to? I heard him say something about club.
Usually, there's like pool places or the karaoke. Couple places downtown, I know their names.
Just all along he knew that he did this, and still, he, you know, in your face, hee-heeing and cacaing and, you know, hanging out and you're okay though. You're relaxed. If you're going to sleep, you're relaxed.
Flying since Thursday.
Huh?
I've been flying since Thursday morning. New York, Toronto, up to LA. I can't even see.
You came home yesterday? You didn't sleep last night?
I don't know. I got up so early this morning too.
Maybe if you... I don't know why I thought you said that you guys were going to the store.
Yeah, with money answer, just coming from. I'm gonna go buy wine and some food for tonight.
Oh, what's tonight?
We just made dinner.
Oh, okay. Oh, you just hate that guy now. Huh? I don't know, in that case, it was maybe he got something financially out of it. She never really knows how hard up people are. Oh boy, I wish I had a do-over. I wish I had done some things differently today. As I think about it, though, you probably would have too. Instead of going to the store or going to get your car repaired or whatever, you probably would have just done something different too. Hmm? He could have at least told you, you know? I don't know. I think that's me thinking that people will do the right thing. It's not always the case, huh?
I thought you were home, so I moved it down one. She got to go home.
That would be nice. Not the case, but that would be nice.
I thought I might as well make myself comfortable. You know what I'm saying here?
You seem like you relaxed and rested, though.
You know, I want to go to sleep, but I have to say, as soon as I close my eyes, I gotta come home. And I need to talk to them.
Hmm?
I need to talk to them. I want to know what the hell's going on.
Monica.
Yes.
Hey, sorry to keep so long. We were having a chat with Rob.
Okay.
I don't need your passcodes to your phones.
Yeah, this I don't know because I just found. That's why I was bringing it to the store to see if they could tell me what this is.
Oh, you know, this was in your parcel.
Yes, I found it in my
Oh.
garage.
Oh, you found it in your garage?
Yeah.
When did you find it in your garage?
Just before I went to New York and Toronto, and then when I came back, so let me go to the store and see if it's an old one that they could plug it in or find something out.
Oh, okay. Well, then obviously they'll
This one I tried to get in both my clothes, it doesn't work, and my thumb print doesn't work either now. Can I?
Yeah,
try that?
which finger do you usually use?
My
for your
this one.
thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
this one. There.
Is it open? It's not open.
It's not open?
I don't know.
Okay. tried 1967.
No, you're gonna do 1967.
What?
Today's day and age, everybody lives on this stuff. It's
But I
hilarious.
use my thumb.
Okay, hold on. Let me put your hand up like that. Then we're gonna figure it out.
I have my thumb in here.
What's your name?
You ever use different things?
Oh, where is this one? Did you even say?
So if you had to call your daughter right now, how would you do it?
I was gonna do this with my thumb, but doesn't open, but I know her number. I can call my daughter.
I mean, you don't have the code to get in the phone.
But it's not working. I don't know
You have
why.
no idea what the code is.
I'm trying to think of all the different numbers I'm using. Can we keep
Well,
trying?
how do you normally get in the phone every day?
The thumb. But if you guys kept pressing different numbers without knowing
Well,
it, then it got locked.
The only press numbers we touch is when Detective Parcell was trying to,
Well, they must have tried more than however many times before this locks. And that's the problem.
Here's the thing, we're gonna get into it either way, but we don't wanna have to ruin your phone.
No.
Yeah, I do phone stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's different ways, and I don't wanna have to destroy your
No,
phone.
I don't
You know
want
what I
that
mean?
either.
And plus, if you get released, that way we can get
Can
it
we
back to
do
you.
this? 1972, I tried. Then you flip them, 1927, 1967.
Try 1967, we never tried that one. Yeah,
1967.
1967.
7339. Sometimes is our passcode for a lot of ours. Oh,
What do you have, one more set?
One minute.
So then, that's it.
are we gonna, you guys gonna talk to me now or?
Well, I'll have to do like a bunch of work on this because you don't know passcode and your finger doesn't work, so, or your thumb or whatever it is. So, you know, there might be damage caused to it as a result. I mean, I technically gotta get in there like
Yes,
computer and
yes,
stuff.
yes.
I don't wanna do that,
Mhm.
but, you know, the search warrant allows us to.
Mhm.
So it'd be easier for you just do the passcode.
Yeah, I'm
You don't need
trying,
to-
honestly.
I'm
I mean,
just
I don't
saying-
want you to ruin my phone.
Exactly, and plus that way I can just, it'd be a better chance I can just release it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Versus then holding it for a long period of time and stuff.
Trying, otherwise, like I say, you have to break it, you have to break it.
Rob said he had a flip phone in one of his that you had.
What?
Rob said that he had a flip phone that you had of his.
I didn't have any of these phones.
Okay,
I don't
so-
know what he's talking about.
We're gonna get into this phone.
Okay.
He'll be able to get into it another way,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Yes.
We just finished talking to Rob for quite a
Okay.
while. And the relationship that he told us about, you know, we know a lot more than this relationship is dated back a year. And we have a lot of information. We pulled all of your photos from your iCloud. And there's clearly from the photographs, there's a lot of them that I'm sure you're going to want people to see, where you're unclothed and stuff, and they're on Rob's phone. And these date back to August of
But
last
how
year.
does that have to do with his DNA being there?
That doesn't have anything to do with the DNA, it has to do with you telling the truth. All I'm telling you is this is the time for you to think about telling the truth. You're not telling us the truth about the relationship.
Well,
that we
that's
know
just
about.
because the family and thing that I come from is not something I can
But
talk
we're the
about.
police, we're not your family.
Well, that's why I thought we were gonna go talk
Okay,
about
well,
this.
we are. As soon as we get this fixed up from our last interview, we're going to not here because of the state, you're not here because we're on a witch hunt, you're here because we have a lot of evidence that shows us that you were involved in this crime. And that's what we want, I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and we want to answer those questions, we have questions for you. But I'm just letting you know that, I mean, we know, you know the photographs I'm talking about, we just talked to Rob, and they're on his phone, so it's clear that what's been going on for a long time. So I just want to let you know that this will be your opportunity to, it's not about if you did it, it's just, we want to understand why.
I did not do
That's,
anything of the
okay,
sort.
I'm
But
not
also,
asking any questions, I just want to let you.
okay, but
I just
also, I don't want to
think about that.
misinterpret what you're saying to me, and I
Yeah.
don't want you misinterpreting what I'm
Okay,
saying.
okay. Well then, when we come back and talk to you, then we can talk about all that stuff.
Yeah,
We
come
will-
out
yeah,
to
we
your
will.
lawyer, because I
Well,
don't,
give me a
this
minute,
is
because I
not,
gotta go through this phone so real quick.
Yeah.
That's
Let me
fine.
go him, and then you can come back and talk.
In the meantime, just please think about telling me the truth, because this is your time.
I am telling you, I need you to tell me the truth.
Believe me, I will. I promise
Okay.
you I'll be
All right.
straight with you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Hmm?
You never tell me nothing but lie about everything.
What's he talking about? The photos.
He says, oh, he probably has some nice sexy pictures of me. He said, Ron said he gave you a flip phone. Ron never gave me a flip phone. I don't have his phones. I never did. So I know they're lying. I know they're lying to me. And I want to know why.
Wow. Also, he's saying you sent him like sexy photos, like.
Yeah. But that has nothing to do with what I think it's to do with.
Huh?
I said, I don't think that's relevant to what happened to my husband.
They talked to him though.
He said they just talked to him, so let's see now. They say, I'm sure it's all lies, but I'm sure he lied to you, but now I gotta figure this out and get some help. Get my family involved.
Wow. Yeah, you can't trust. I mean, I don't know. He put you in this situation, you know, jeopardize. So he's saying that since you lied about him being your lover or whatever.
Well, whatever they're, that makes it so much worse, right?
Oh no, it just been maybe. I mean, that just happened. I don't think maybe you, huh? Like you weren't seeing him before your husband was killed.
Not like that.
I mean, you weren't sending him pictures, sexy pictures, before your husband was killed, right?
No, I think, they weren't those, I was clothed, they weren't those kind of pictures.
Oh, but you guys were seeing each other though.
Well, no, we didn't do anything. I never cheated on my husband.
I mean, cheating on your husband is one thing, but murdering your husband, that's a whole different party. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Did you play golf or any other sports other than racquetball? Huh?
Just work out and
You do machines or free weights? Can the ball hit the ceiling in racquetball?
just not on the serve.
Not what?
Not on the serve.
Wow. So everything is fair game then, and that's for them. The really good people, they can play like without moving, huh?
Yeah, that's not good. They run like crazy.
Huh?
I wish I could just play like that with the pros.
I didn't realize though LA Fitness had that racquetball. I thought,
Not all of them.
oh, is it like the 24-hour sport? So are they called something different like the sports ones are for 24?
So,
Which one do you go to?
one in Living House. But also the one in Van Nuys, they have sports.
Do you have to reserve them? She want when you want? You do?
Well, it's busy, so just go anytime.
Like after work, it's really busy.
Yeah.
Your kids work out too?
That little one used to come with me a lot.
Does your husband play too? So what does the league, what does that consist of?
It's like you compete against, until you guys, for like 12 games, right? And you know, this most points wins. So there's a D league, a C league, a D league, and I don't do these.
Is the D the novice or?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And you're a novice and you've been playing for how long?
A year.
Oh, wow.
You can't move up in leagues unless you win. You just can't win.
And how often do you play in the tournaments?
It's once a week. The tournaments are 15 or 16 weeks long.
Oh, wow. That's a long time.
Yeah.
And do you pay extra to be in the league, or
Yeah, it's like $40.
do you win money afterwards if you win?
Nice one. Just move up. You never move up a league. Win a trophy.
Hmm. That's messed up though, they're gonna tear up your phone. Huh?
I thought that was my code.
Ouch. Where you are in Woodland Hills, are you north or like south of Ventura? That's where it's kind of hilly, huh? Do you believe that guy when he said without a doubt? I know you said that you think they're lying. Huh? Oh. You know, it's amazing, like, what takes them so long to do stuff? Like, they keep coming, I'll be back. And if they had videos from, you have video at your house, you have those camera systems, whatever, at your house. Guess you can't really go anywhere without being caught on somebody's camera or something, huh? Huh?
Mine's not supposed to look up that way, but mine, they were all uncovered at the top.
Wow. They had on some kind of little painter suit or something, or wetsuit, or what they call them. When you say covered head to toe, they had on something like that. When you go to Vegas, where do you like to stay? I haven't stayed there. There or like any in that little area, Cosmopolitan, that's right there in that little area. I haven't stayed at any of those. I like the Palazzo. I like the other end. Encore, Palazzo on that end. And the Venetian. Down on that side. Do you gamble? When you play?
I mean, come on, Monica, how convenient is it for you to come up with the exact same story that your boyfriend told us about the tower?
And remember,
You
this,
told me that?
yes, he
You
did.
remembered?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but also, Monica, remember, this is the same person that, remember, after you told Detective Estrella, they asked you ad nauseam, had possibly anyone possibly been in this house that had bled, and you adamantly said no. Is there any person, he asked you if anyone could have possibly been in your
He
house
said
that
that
bled.
anybody come here and get cut,
Mhm.
and was trying to remember, there's so many people in the kitchen, that's what he was
Right.
asking.
And your answer was no. And your cleaning lady had just finished cleaning the entire
Thank
kitchen.
you.
And that's just,
What happened?
They haven't really told me much, and things that they're saying are just about, things I already know about me and Rob. And then he said that Rob was saying all this stuff, admitting to all this stuff, and I don't believe it. I really didn't want family to know about that, but I can't hide it now. I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, you didn't want them to know that that was like your lover, or?
No, he was not just my lover. He was my confidant. He was everything. My husband traveled all the time. He was never home. Ever. Never. I raised this kid by myself, but I love my husband, and he was one of the greatest men that ever existed. Full of integrity and character.
That's his responsibility too, though, you know. He should be there to take care of his family. He traveled and he let this guy come in and be, you know, your everything. That's shit. That's
my
different.
fault, but this is not.
So now you don't even think that you don't believe he killed him?
I don't know. Of course, now I think that could be the case, but I'm not gonna take the rap for anybody. I'm not doing that.
Wow. Well, if he was your everything or is your everything and your confidant, your lover, I mean more than just, you know, having sex, you can get that anywhere, but if he was somebody who stood for you and who believed in you, I mean, you gotta be freaking cold-hearted to kill somebody and then to spend intimate time with you all this time. You know what I mean? That's a long time to not say anything. What kind of person could you be to, you know, hold something like that?
There's two people,
Hmm?
two big men that did this, and they won't tell me where the third one is. They just said he's not here. He hasn't been arrested. Can you guess why?
I was thinking that he's not here because he was a rat. Shit, he's a snitch.
Still, if you're killing someone, you committed a murder, even if you're a snitch, you're still going to be arrested for some time. You can just be let go scot-free.
I don't know. Depends on what you said you did. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I thought you said that you guys, it was only like a couple of months. I didn't realize till just now that he was like before all this happened. Huh? But I guess you're right. It's one thing for people to tell them, but that man said, like DNA. They can't, that's not told. That's something that's there, right? Huh? What was he talking about? A towel? Your boyfriend's towel or something? What did he say? Uh-huh.
And the towel used to wrap up his bleeding head. It was horrible. That's the only way I could think of that would be a way to get into near my house. Like in my house like that. But they're not telling me how much or where they found the DNA.
Oh, snap. Okay. Oh.
And then he's saying, oh, it's funny how you have the same story as him. I'm like, really? Because he probably wouldn't even remember that. He didn't remember probably that he had him.
Oh. That was like the same day? Get out.
That was in the morning. I was with my daughter. We both went together.
Transcripts, and while they're collecting the transcripts, you can stand up and stretch.
Gable. So what we just listened to before lunch and now then, was that you called earlier a Perkins operation, the recording of the defendant in her cell with the undercover agent, as well as some conversations that you and your partner had with her at her cell door?
Yes.
Okay. And you recognized your voices on there as well as hers?
Yes.
Okay. So I just wanted to go over a few things that we heard. At the beginning, someone comes to the door. Do you know who it was that was asking about the cell phone passcode?
That was Detective Parcel's voice.
Okay. And now, there's two phones involved with this defendant that were taken from her purse at her arrest, right? A regular phone, iPhone, and a flip phone?
Yes.
Do you know which phone we're talking about now? And when we start this conversation, at the beginning of the transcript or the audio, when you first hear the approach to her, and she's asked for her cell phone passcode.
Yes, I do. It's the smartphone.
Okay, so that was actually the iPhone?
The iPhone, yes.
Okay. And at that time, she gave you 1972, 1927, and tried to appear to put her thumb there, and it wouldn't open. Is that right?
Well, at that time, that was happening, but it was happening with Detective Parcel, yes.
Okay. And then ultimately, that was the code that was 1960.
Just think.
Were you present for any of that?
I was watching on video.
Okay. And then at some point, you determined that the code was 1962.
After the comb was forensically opened, yes, that was the code 1962.
And as you testified before lunch, that's the birth year of Robert Baker.
Correct.
All right. So later, there's another phone that later on in the audio that somebody is asking her about. Do you know who that is?
Yes. I was talking to her. I brought the phone down again to try the things, the passcodes, and then we talked about the flip phone. And I was with a detective from robbery homicide that was helping me. He has the Cellbrite. I'm trying to think of his name. I'll think of it, but assigned to robbery homicide. He was with me.
Okay. And so that was the flip phone, the second phone that had been recovered from her purse in the car.
That phone, yeah, that was the other phone.
And on that one, just to be clear, is it the same passcodes that she gives you then for the second phone, the 1972, 1967, 1927?
I believe I was asked, we were still visiting the iPhone. I don't think we ever asked for a passcode for the flip phone. I don't even know if it had a passcode.
Well, at one point in here, you're talking about a flip phone.
Yes.
So what was that, how did that context happen about the flip phone then?
I believe we were asking her where it came from, whose was it?
Okay. And she told you it was in her garage?
Yes, she found it in the garage.
Now, you also told her during that Robert Baker had given you a different story about the flip phone. Did you hear that?
I missed that.
Okay.
I did. I remember vaguely. I don't remember what he said this time, at this time.
Do you want to look at the transcript?
Sure.
Whatever?
Yeah, if we have the page.
Oh. Sorry, that's the wrong page. Oh, it's the very bottom. Okay. All right, 49, last line at the bottom, going into the next page. So, page 49, the last line, going into the next page.
Okay, yes. Yes. You want-
Go ahead.
Yeah, Rob said that, that the flip phone that we had was, he had given it to her.
Okay, now, without going into any detail, we do have other witnesses that will testify. Were you part of, subsequent to this arrest and this Perkins operation, were you involved in what we call overhears recordings when the defendant and Rob Baker were recorded in cells or holding areas next to each other?
Yes.
And do you remember a conversation that the defendant had with Robert Baker regarding the flip phone?
I remember one regarding a phone. I don't know if it was the flip phone. I don't know which. There was a lot of conversations. I don't know which one you're referring to.
Okay, well, I'm referring to the flip phone, but if you don't remember, do you remember a conversation about a phone and them discussing whose phone it was and where it was found? If you remember. Off the
I
top
don't
of your
remember
head.
that conversation.
Okay.
That phone.
I'll move on then. Now, somebody went to the door then early on and said, without a doubt, we know it's Robert Baker, correct?
Correct.
Now, at the very beginning, that's the very beginning of the transcript. At that point, no one told her anything about DNA. Is that correct? The very first
that was
encounter.
Detective Parcell, and I don't believe he mentioned DNA at that point.
I'm going to object. Speculation.
Again, he said he overheard this. It's overruled.
And if you'd like to refresh your, would you like to refresh your recollection? Line 16. Well, actually, I should say page 13, line 2.
I don't see him mentioning anything about DNA at that time.
Okay. And then you heard the defendant speculate after that, when you said without a doubt it's, or Parcell said without a doubt it's Rob Baker's, is involved, and she speculated after that maybe it's his DNA, correct?
I remember hearing that, yes.
Okay. Throughout this Perkins operation, did you hear inconsistent statements that the defendant made with evidence that you knew to differ in her version of what she was telling her cellmate?
Yes, I recall a couple. I recall when she was in the beginning denying that she was just referring to Rob as a friend, which we knew there was more. And then she said when she was dated and she began after the murder, which we knew was not true. And regarding their dating, that's what I remember on that.
I'm sorry, say that again?
That's what I remember regarding the dating.
Okay. Regarding the safe, when you interviewed the defendant at her home on May 18th, 2017,
Yes.
did you discuss the safe that she had in her closet that involved a passcode and how to get in the safe?
We didn't discuss how to get into the safe. We just discussed the safe and what was in it.
And what did she tell you about the safe?
She said that she never uses it, hardly ever uses it, because the combination is very difficult. So she puts her jewelry hidden in the closet as opposed to having to deal with the safe. And that she, in the contents of the safe said she had a gun and she had a couple of gold coins. And she said that every time the safe opens, she gets a text alert to her phone.
Now, when you had that interview with her in May 18th of 2017, did you follow up on that conversation and confirm if there was a text alert to her that her safe had been opened?
Yes.
And what was the result of that?
Her phone received the open closet mirror alert from AT&T Digital Life on the day of the murder at, I think, 14:03 hours, 2:03 in the afternoon, about 4 minutes after the maid left the house.
Okay. During this operation, then, she stated that she doesn't have the code to the safe and she never uses it, and it's not something that she opens, is that right?
I'm sorry? Assuming facts on evidence?
States the evidence.
It's overruled. Let's take our recess now for 15 minutes. The evidence applies. See you back here in 15 minutes.